Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone. Tony's Picks look at the WNBA here for Wednesday, September 3rd. And, guys, we got a couple of games to look at here tonight. Only one of them with the ramifications in the playoff chase, but we're running out of games here quick, guys. Really just a handful of games, 4 or 5 games left here for a lot of the teams. There's still some jockeying to go on. And, well, there's a little bit of uh, uh, question marks, if you will, who's going to make the final spots in the playoffs. We might be settled in. We'll get the comments from the guys in just a moment. Justin Stacks McKelvey on my right, Ron Crawford on my left. Your 2-3 zone team here for Wednesday. Great job last night, you guys, late night. Ron, you gave us the Sparks as they beat Seattle impressively. Nice job there, kind of overwhelming them, overtaking them, if you will. And Justin, you gave us the over in that one, and it got there. So nice job, guys. What'd you think of that one, Justin?
Yeah, I liked everything, every single game that was played yesterday. As far as the 2-3 zone, I swept the board. When I see negative comments, it fuels me to get better and it tighten up my cap. And that's exactly what it did. And everything I gave out yesterday, the wings first half, plus 8.5, that got there. So I just want to do it again. Like I just want to wake up and just sweep the board every day. Like I want to get better today than I was yesterday. And I
All right,
love
Ron.
sleeping.
Yep.
No, go ahead.
Rob, we saw Minnesota rock Dallas there. Look, not much to say about that. Minnesota's so far out in front, but important win there for the Sparks. They're hanging on. We're going to talk about them in a second here.
The hell they playing for? Come on. Seriously, they clinched everything. I said it last night. I took the wings 17 and a half. I know, man, it's like, well, why are they still playing? But you know what? Somebody had mentioned, I think I saw it on one of the shows, in WNBA, they just keep playing, they just keep on. So we'll see what Atlanta does because Atlanta's really, one of those teams fighting up at the top with the Vegas Aces. So we'll see what happens tonight. But yeah, like I said, I think we pushed the total. I gave the over in that Dallas and Minnesota game. It hit on 167 exactly. But I did give you the Wings as a loser last night as my best bet. But I did hit, like I said, the Sparks. That was one of my premiums, so got paid on that one. Sounds good.
All right, we'll go to our dream correspondent here for our first game with Justin because Atlanta coming in here. Look, it's an important game for them too. Let's just not all about the Sparks here. The Sparks are, well, 1.5 games behind Seattle for that last playoff spot right now. It's still tough. They've got 5 games left here right now. Seattle has just 2 games left, guys. So look, the Sparks almost can kind of at least control their own destiny to kind of maybe catch them a little bit. All you could do is win the games here, but interesting to note that they have 3 more games left heading into this one, taking on your dream here, Justin, and the dream, of course, of fighting it out with the Aces and the Mercury. Wow, these 3 teams only separated by a half a game. I don't think other than cheering for your dream, which team is going to get that 2 slot right now? What do you think here, Atlanta? 7-point favorite, 168.5 against the Sparks.
Yeah, this is when I start capping this game before the show, and I already made a bet. It was hard for me to decipher what I'm capping in my heart. And yeah, you're right. The Dream, they're fighting. They're in a three or four team race for spots. But more importantly, they're coming off the road. They had a big blowout win. I was on the Dream the other day against Connecticut, and a guy reminded me in the chat, and we talk about this all the time. We don't want the Sparks as big favorites or at home as favorites, but what we do want them, we want them on the road, and we want them as big favorites. That's where I want them, whether it's we or I. I love the Sparks tomorrow. It's going to be the best bet of the show. Sparks +7 when I bet it. I don't know if it's going to go up or down. Everyone might wake up and make the dream, so you might want to wait and watch the line, but that's going to be my best bet. Right now, it seems like the Sparks understand, and they're fighting like they can't lose nothing. So
No.
in the dream, they fighting. They can't lose nothing. Now, me personally, when I bet dogs, I sprinkle because if I'm betting a dog, I feel like they got a chance to win. But my best bet is the Los Angeles Sparks +7. That's the best bet of the show. And I said gonna be a freemium.
Okay. Sparks it is for Justin +7. They give them credit here, Ron. They've won 2 in a row. They need to win them pretty much all. Now, granted, they were playing Dallas and Connecticut, but don't forget they also they're playing. I'm sorry, Washington and Seattle. Don't forget Atlanta here. They beat Connecticut and Dallas, and they've won 4 out of their last 5 as they're part of their march to try to get second place here. But Justin mentioned the great record for LA on the road, 12-7 ATS. But Atlanta is 16-9 against the spread as a favorite. That's probably their best role, and they've been covering a lot of late. LA a little bit of a slump there for sure. 2-8 ATS in their last 10. What do you have here, Ron?
Yeah, like Justin said, we got the Sparks on the road as a dog. That's exactly where we want them all season long. But what they also do on the road as a dog after winning as a road dog between 160 and 169 total, after winning as an upset and going still on the road, they're over. They go over 14-4, 9-1. I mean, it's on and on with the over. And that thing's not budging from 168 right now. So I'm going to take the over 168. I think because we saw, and we took the last game. We thought, at least I did, it was 100-78, but Atlanta really pushed it over. Maybe they're still pushing it over. Actually, 4 games in 7 nights is another over. 19-9 to the over for the Sparks. I mean, everything just lines up for the over here. I agree with Justin. We want the Sparks on the road as a dog. I think Atlanta wins the game. So they have to keep pace with the Aces, who they really don't have that luxury of the tiebreaker. So and also Phoenix is right on everybody's heels too. They did beat Phoenix though, so that's good for them. But yeah, Atlanta still comes to play. I think we push it over 168.
Yeah, for sure, Ron. You had mentioned, especially when some of the Sparks games had gotten up to the high 170s even, and then said, once that starts coming down, it's funny, right? We almost a running gag here a little bit. Get up there near 180, forget about it. You got to go under. It's almost like a psychological thing with the teams. They're like, we've got to play defense and one. Now we're down here to 168.5. Now, granted, Atlanta is 2-8 to the under in their last 10, and they are pretty steady under, but still LA 13-6 to the over on the road, 14-8 to the over, or 14-6 to the over as a dog. Some of the stats that I mentioned fit right in with the criteria that you mentioned as well. So I'm going to go over in the first half for sure here. And this will probably be looking about 84, 85, I'm sure, in this matchup, and I'm willing to do it. So give me the over in the first half with the Sparks and the Dream. Ron says go over full game, 168.5. Justin says take the Sparks. The pressure's on. They got to win. They got to cover for us. They got to win for themselves for sure. That makes it a little bit tough for them. Justin says they'll give you the effort. Take the 7 points on Wednesday. All right, we cover them all here on Cover the Spread. We're promising to do it, Ron, and I'm not singling you out here, but you're going to lead us off with the Connecticut Sun taking on the Chicago Sky. You know what? Maybe they will get up for this game, right, to see which team can stay ahead of the Dallas Wings here. Connecticut is 1 game or half a game better than the Sky in the standings. Chicago favored by 1 here. A total pick 'em, really, 162.5 here, Ron.
Yeah, we saw the Sun blast them the last time they met. I don't know, man. Like I said, I got no value on the over or under. It's more of an under, I guess, I looked at. But what they did last time, with 94, 84 or whatever it was huge, like 178, which is not norm for the Chicago Sky or Connecticut on the road for sure. Because Connecticut on the road, we were talking about earlier in the season, they were, 68, 70 points. That's all they were doing. They're just blasting people with 90s now. But I'd still look to the under for a lean. Also look to Connecticut as well as a lean. But I'm going to look at a prop here because I really have no advantage, if you will, on either one of those plays on the side or total. Give me Marina Mabry. She's going over 17.5 for her last 5 games. She's averaged about 21.5. That's points and assists. So
Okay.
you can get that right now. FanDuel -112. So take Marina Mabry 17.5 points and assists over.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She was on a real roll there, especially that game against the Sky. Remember, in that game against Chicago, she had 28 points and assists combined back on August 23rd. So, with that matchup, I think that's what it favors. Yeah, she went under that number in the last 2 games, but that was against Minnesota and Atlanta. But against a team like she went over the number against Dallas. She also went over the number against the Liberty. And, of course, don't forget that great game she had against a Fever a few weeks ago when she really lit it up. All right, Justin, what do you think here with these 2 teams put you on the spot here in the big Connecticut-Chicago game?
Yeah, I'm really glad that it was just a lean for Ron because I'm actually on the over. I'm on the over in this game. It's like these toilet bowl games, like the teams that are not playing for nothing. It almost seems like, and I ain't seen nothing. This is just my thought. It seems like everybody playing for stats now. Like no one's playing defense. Everybody's scoring. And the last time it went over, I feel like with the revenge, the Sky at home, I'll be looking at Angel props. I put that in the comments, which I just put picks in the comments for yesterday's show. But I think this game goes over. I bet it at 162.5, and I like it. I think this game ends in the 170s. As far as a winner, I'll just ride with the fellas. I don't have, and tomorrow I won't have a side. But I love this over. I just think there's no defense, revenge game, Sky at home. I think this game flies over. Over 162.5 minus 112 when I bet it.
Yeah, and the teams just met, remember, about 10 days ago, and it was 178. Now, the first 2 meetings did go under, but the way I see it, what you're talking about, we know that sometimes these 2 teams have had low numbers when they score, but that's when they're playing better teams, right? I think the reason why these teams aren't very good is because they don't play good enough defense, and I think against a similar ilk, that's what may lead to some of the higher score you saw like in the last game. Now, earlier in the season, it could have been a little different. I know one of those games was actually just about 10 days earlier in August, but I'm going to go with Chicago here in this one. At home over Connecticut, one last win over somebody they can beat, get to a 10th win. It feels pretty important to ring it out here against a fellow cellar dweller here. Give me the Sky -1 point in this one. Justin says go over 162.5 with Connecticut and Chicago. And Ron says take Mabry over 17.5 points with her points and assists right there.
Yeah.
Ron,
yeah.
great call. Yep, great call on that one. All right, guys, we've wrapped it up here for the action on Wednesday, but the action doesn't stop. We're back here tomorrow with 3 more games, and I promise they'll be a little bit better and a little bit more meaningful. All the games have impact, including that big one, the Lynx and the Aces. Could it be a preview of the way the Aces are going right now? With all due respect to the Dream and even the Liberty, we'll have a great game tomorrow on the 2-3 zone. So what's going on, Ron, over at Tony's Picks? It's a big week.
Yeah, 9 days left in the regular season, guys. We'll be here every single day. We're getting you right into the playoffs. So don't worry about that. We have got you covered. So, yeah, that's coming up within the next week because NFL starts Thursday night. I'm going to probably lay low a little bit. I'll be in there on Sunday, and I got a college football loaded right now for Saturday, which I absolutely love. So KBO, I've hit 6 out of 7, but this morning lost on the run line because LG gave it up 2 in the top of the 9th. Yeah, just enough to end the game 3-2. No, just go ahead and lose the game. If you're going to give them up, just lose the game, right? But, yeah, check that out. And, college football won last night with TCU. So I was happy to get back on the board on the win column there.
All right, Justin, big time football here this week. NFL, college football, and more. But we've got WNBA, baseball, and all the sports over at Tony's Picks. What's going on?
Yeah, this is like the favorite time of the year for me. Like we're getting college football, we're getting baseball, WNBA, NFL start in a couple of days. So this is my favorite time of the year. But I got premiums. I got premium in the WNBA tonight. I got a baseball premium, triple stacks. Uh, what I will do is I always like to give y'all a little premium. I'm on Padres first half as far as baseball. Y'all should catch that by the time this is uploaded. Got that at -110. But I love this. And like, y'all know what's coming. I say it every day. Like, this is time you should pair. You're getting, for real, it's 3 sports, but you're getting 4 different sports. Like, pair us up. Like, 15, I'm heating up. We all heating up as a team. And there's more to this team than just us 3. Like, there's a whole squad of us. And you can look at the leaderboard, like, there's people on our team that are really doing well. I'm about to be on a happy hour show, like, enjoying some of them. We about to do that in a couple of minutes. Like, just 2 cappers. Like, I'm not just saying me. I'm not just saying me, Ron, and Ramon. Pick any 2. Pair us up, 2 for 1, 50% off. Go on Tony's Picks. But what I will ask y'all to do on top of that, we getting close to the playoffs. Like, if y'all could, I need some futures in the WNBA. So, like, if y'all could just put in the comments, like, who y'all leaning towards? Like, who, when the playoffs end, who we betting on to win the chip? Like, I'm not one of those cappers that don't tell people. So, you give me a pick and it matches my cap, I'll tell it. So, from now until the playoffs start, y'all can put in the comments. You don't even got to give me a breakdown. You can just give me a team. I'm all right with that, and I'll cap it from there. Just give me who y'all think going to win the WNBA championship. Like, plus money, we need it. So if y'all can put in the comments, I'd appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'll ride with my Valkyrie's future that I placed way back at the beginning of the. In fact, their line hasn't really changed at 100-1, but yeah, I sprinkled a little bit there. Maybe they could win a series or 2, squeak in there, and maybe I'll take some equity out of that. So maybe I'll enter it in the chat for Justin. You guys do the same, and let's hear from you. And who do you like to win the WNBA championship? Look, it's easy to say Minnesota, but is it really that easy with a team like the Liberty coming off their championship, a team like the Aces, the 3-time champions?
I took the Mercury plus 700.
Postseason. There you go, right? And don't forget about the Fever, right? 25-1, and they'll get one of the best players hopefully back soon. Hopefully Eddie Day now. Right?
Well, it seems like you mentioned every team but the Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Why you ain't said the Dream?
Because they're gonna win it all.
That's your job.
Okay, I'll give them up. I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah. But I think like with the 4th week of the season, we took plus 700 on Phoenix, so it's still looking good.
I was gonna put that, like, I tell one of y'all, I don't remember which one. I do got the Mercury.
Yeah, that was me.
I got the Mercury in my pocket, but I need one more horse, and I need everybody on the team.
I think Atlanta.
No, I don't like betting my homer because then I'd be mad twice.
All right.
So, but if people put it in the chat, then I could justify it. But if I'm the only one screaming the Dream, then it's a homer. So I need one more. I like to have 2 championship futures. So I got the Mercury. I need one more. I don't want it to be the Dream. I don't think we're gonna get it done.
Well, the one thing we did say, right, guys, is the 2 teams that really have avoided, any discombobulation in their lineups, right, are really Atlanta and Phoenix, and they've had a great season.
Well, Canada's hurt. Hopefully, we can get her back.
Oh yeah, no, she's been
She's coming back.
She's been on and off that injured list for the last 2 years, quite frankly. All right, hey,
I think she's coming back tomorrow, ain't she?
I don't know, but Atlanta's big down low. You can't contend with them.
Tomorrow, meaning for this video.
Tomorrow night's game, yeah.
Yeah, Dreaming Sparks.
Let me see what she is for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I thought I seen something like she ready to go.
Well, I thought Caitlin was going to be back tonight too, but I guess she's not. So
they said September 2nd was it? Yeah, it was her day.
That's today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like 4 minutes before the game start, CC might get ruled in.
Right.
That's what you expect in this league, right? All right,
Yeah,
guys,
who
don't
knows?
forget to check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I've got premium picks over there as well for the action on Wednesday in the WNBA, Major League Baseball. And yeah, I'm loading up here this weekend, college football and NFL. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages from me, from Ron, from Justin, from all of our cappers over at Tony's Picks. Check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then get signed up. All right, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, share it to all your sports betting friends. We really appreciate all the support. We know you're just having a good time with us. Say what you want, say what you feel in the chat. We love to hear from you here on the 2-3 zone. All right.
Atlanta, no injuries tomorrow night.
Good enough.
Jordan back.
Jordan back. All right, Justin, going to take us out this time, guys. We'll see you.
Good luck, everyone.
2-3 zone.